What's good, everybody? It's Joel, and I come back at you with another video. So with this video, I want this one to be about just addressing people's backstories, sort of like the story that we keep with us as far as our upbringing, like where we come from. And I've noticed that a lot of people, the story that we take with us is a lot of times baggage, because it can be that we've come from humble beginnings, or we've had tough upbringing, and there were instances where it just wasn't pleasant, and a lot of people hold it as part of their identity, when in actuality it's like you can rewrite that story and make it a magical experience, and make it actually work for you. And what I mean by that is, I can use an example that should help shape this conversation, right? So let's just say we were all chefs in the kitchen, right? And just imagine this imaginary kitchen had every single ingredient available in the refrigerator, in the cabinets, right? Like all the seasonings, all the ingredients that exist there, right, to make any sort of dish that exists on the planet. Being in that kitchen, in order for you to figure out the foods you like, the foods you don't like, the ingredients that you prefer, the ingredients that you're not so high on. In order for you to figure that out, you obviously have to go through and taste the different ingredients, foods, products, right? Everything. So of course, while you're tasting everything, there's gonna be ingredients that you like and you prefer, and there's gonna be ingredients that you don't like, right? And of course, that's humans, right? We all have differences in taste buds. Now, that's the only way for you to figure out what you like and what you don't like, right? By actually going through and tasting everything. Now, if there's ingredients you like, right, chances are you're probably gonna refer to those things more often. And obviously you'd have a preference. Like if you had to create a feast for yourself, right, you prefer those dishes that you like as opposed to the ones you don't. And if the dishes you don't like, right, you're never gonna dislike them or get frustrated enough. Probably dislike, you'll never dislike it enough to the point where you just want to get rid of those ingredients from the kitchen entirely, right? Because you understand that there's probably other people who enjoy these types of ingredients, foods, and even if you may not like them, you don't feel a need to get rid of them entirely, because all you have to do is just use the ingredients and the foods you do like, right? If this were a kitchen and you were with other chefs, you don't have to just get rid of the things you don't like, because you know that there's other people who may like these foods and these ingredients. So you just focus on the things you do like. And I bring up that example because that's exactly how we should be living our lives, right? Rather than focusing on the things that we dislike, or keep being mad at the things that we dislike, or the contrasts that we've experienced, we can actually be grateful for the contrast, right? Even though that sounds kind of far-fetched, right? But we can be grateful for that, because experiencing that contrast is what allows us to figure out what we actually do like, right? If you try the foods you didn't like being in the kitchen, it helps you figure out the foods you do like. And then the foods you do like, you'll be focused on that and you'll be eating those meals. So it's the same with life, right? And so if we have a backstory of coming from humble beginnings, or having, difficult upbringing, of just experiencing lack, experiencing, pain, struggle, all these things, we can let go of that, because a lot of people, it's literally bad. Like, right, just imagine yourself walking, holding a big, like how some people in the movies, like, they'll move out and then they'll take a garbage bag and stuff with all their belongings. That's literally what it is. It's like people are carrying their story that doesn't serve them, because a lot of it is negative, like their beliefs, their just what they've experienced for the most part, negative experience, and they carry that alongside with them, and they have that as their identity, tied to who they believe they are and how they perceive themselves. Um, in actuality, it doesn't have to be that way, right? You can write yourself a new story. You can give yourself a new identity, and you can actually be grateful for those times, because if they weren't pleasant times, then that was just simply you experiencing contrast. That doesn't have to be your future. It doesn't have to be the rest of your life, right? Like, that was just the beginning. And if you were a chef starting in the kitchen, all that is just you're starting in the kitchen tasting foods that you may not like, that you just don't prefer. But there's so many delicious plates in the future ready for you. Just like there's so many great experiences ready for you in the future, right? So you can be grateful for those experiences that you've had, those humble beginnings, because those experiences shaped you into the person you are today. It brought you to who you are right now in this moment. And if you've had big dreams, big aspirations as far as what you want to do and accomplish and where you want to be, the journey to getting there from where you're at now is going to be so much fun, right? For a lot of us who may be still in a position of, coming from humble beginnings, just imagine how much fun the journey is going to be, going from that position to the position you want to be, where you're living your dream life, right? Just think about that transition and how much fun it's going to be being the person to do it, right? Being the person to bring your family up from the beginning to where it is that you want to be, and where you believe, you know, your family is deserving of being. To me, that seems like a lot of fun. And when I look back at my own childhood, I used to think that, to some degree, I was born under the wrong tree or the wrong star, right? Because I used to question, why are these things happening to me? Why are these things happening to us? But now I'm more at a point of peace and being grateful for all of that, because I know that the future has so much more in store, so many great things, so many blessings. And it's just, honestly, it's going to be so exciting for to see how it all unfolds, and to strive in that direction. So I look back at my upbringings, and I'm just honestly filled with so much gratitude, because I can't wait to be the one to figure everything out and to piece things together for myself and for everyone around me. And it's just going to be so much fun. Just the adventures that we're going to go on, just the growth, the just seeing all of our dreams and everything we look forward to in life start making its way to us. Um, Honestly, like, I won't have the words for it. So I'm honestly just feeling grateful right now. I'm feeling eager. Um, yeah, and this video idea came to mind just because I was thinking about my past, and knowing that a lot of the events that unfolded in my life, like previously, like the version of me years ago would have felt bad, and right, it would basically be like me carrying baggage. But now, like, this version of myself, I can look back at it and be grateful for it, because all that was is just contrast, and it's helped shape me into the man I am today. And I'm just looking forward to what's in store for the future, because I can rewrite my own story, and I can be grateful for those events in the past, because I know how my future is going to unfold for me, and I know how joyful and how great everything is going to be. And to see the major shift from humble beginnings to a future life filled with just joy and abundance, there won't even be any words to describe it. So hopefully this video um, inspires you and motivates you, and fills you up with belief and joy, knowing that at any moment you can rewrite your story. Because even if you've come from humble beginnings, right, instead of feeling bad and feeling as though you started behind the curve, right, just imagine you being able to use that story and think to yourself, you know, just imagine how great everything will be in the future. That this all happened to me. This all happened to me. My humble beginnings all happened on purpose, so that I can experience what one side of life is like, and decide how I want my other life, the future, to be. And if you want it to be drastically different, just knowing that everything will change for the better, and that everything was done on purpose, so that you can be the one to see it through and see the drastic change from starting from an unpleasant beginning to living a life that's honestly fulfilling. And that's how I'm now accepting my story to be. And, it just puts me at so much peace, just knowing that now I have the power to, I have the pen and the paper, and now I can, rewrite my own story and make it how I want it to be.